She came from a small farming town in South Africa. Faced with unthinkable tragedy, at just 15 she could have given up, but Charlize Theron turned her pain into power, her silence into strength, and her dream into reality. This is the untold, breathtaking story of one of Hollywood's most fearless queens. Charlize Theron was born on August 7, 1975, in Benoni, a small town on the outskirts of Johannesburg, South Africa. She grew up on a remote farm with her parents, Gerda and Charles Theron. Life was simple, surrounded by animals and wide open land. But even in those quiet early years, Charlize had big dreams. She loved to dance. And every step she took across the dusty floors of their farmhouse, she imagined herself on a grand stage. At age 15, Charlize experienced a life-altering event. Her father, an alcoholic, became violent. In an act of self-defense, her mother Gerda fatally shot him to protect herself and Charlize. It was ruled as justifiable, but the emotional scars ran deep. Instead of breaking her, it ignited a quiet fire. Charlize decided then and there, she would not be defined by tragedy. She would rise. After the tragedy, her mother supported Charlize's passion for ballet. She was sent to a boarding school for the arts, where her talent quickly stood out. She won a 1-year modeling contract and moved to Milan at just 16. But the modeling world fell hollow. Charlize wanted more. She shifted to New York City to chase her first love, ballet. And for a while, she was brilliant. But fate struck again. A devastating knee injury shattered her ballet career. Broke, heartbroken, and unsure of her next move, Charlize boarded a plane to Los Angeles. She had no plan, just raw ambition. But Hollywood wasn't welcoming. She was turned away from auditions. Her accent was too thick. She was too tall, too exotic, too foreign. Until one day, at a bank, everything changed. Struggling to cash a check, Charlize had an emotional outburst at a bank teller. A talent manager standing nearby witnessed the scene, her emotion her passion, and handed her his card. That moment became the turning point. Soon after, she was booking auditions, landing commercials, and being noticed for more than just her looks. Her intensity was undeniable. Her breakthrough came in 2 Days in the Valley, 1996. Hollywood saw her beauty, but more importantly, her raw energy. Roles in The Devil's Advocate alongside Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves and The Cider House Rules followed. Each role showed a new layer of her range. She wasn't just another blonde bombshell. She was a force. Then came Monster, 2003. Charlize took a bold risk. She transformed physically and emotionally to play serial killer Aileen Wuornos. Audiences were shocked. Critics were stunned. She was unrecognizable, not just in appearance, but in power. For that role, Charlize won the Academy Award for Best Actress. And just like that, the industry stopped underestimating her. Charlize didn't just act, she built. She launched her own production company, taking control of her narrative. She produced and starred in films that defied stereotypes: North Country, Young Adult, Atomic Blonde, and the unforgettable Mad Max, Fury Road. She trained for months in brutal conditions, matching her male co-stars punch for punch. She was more than an actress. She was a powerhouse. Off-screen, Charlize used her voice. She advocated for women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and victims of domestic violence. She openly spoke about her trauma, not for sympathy, but to empower others. She adopted 2 children as a single mother and raised them with compassion and strength. In a cutthroat world, she stayed human. From red carpets to protest rallies, Charlize Theron redefined what it means to be a movie star. She was glamorous and grounded, fierce and feminine, vulnerable and victorious. With each performance, she evolved. With every setback, she came back stronger. Today, she stands among the greatest to ever grace the silver screen, not just for her talent, but for her courage. Charlize once said, "You don't have to be born into greatness. You just have to believe you deserve it." Her story is proof. From the pain of her past to the spotlight of global fame, she never stopped fighting. Not for roles, not for justice, not for her family. Her legacy isn't just in awards and box office numbers. It's in the hearts of those she's inspired. She turned tragedy into triumph, struggle into strength, and dreams into destiny. Charlize Theron's journey reminds us all that no matter where you come from, greatness is possible. You just have to chase it. Thanks for watching.